Linking us together, CNN for your international media. CNN, linking us together. CNN for your international media.
Sharing all the good things that are happening.
Wonderful. We can't wait. We can't wait, can we, Miles?
No, and I've got to say, Ben, you look just like you do in the photos.
Well, I have my wife to blame for that because she won't let me eat anything but Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
Good English fashion.
So she's a health nut. Julie's a health nut, so she has me eating, drinking the 8 glasses of water. I work out 3 or 4 times a week, and so I don't get to eat the soul food and the fried chicken and all that stuff until she goes out of town, and then I can take that time to cook.
Oh,
we call it food dope.
So along with the Brussels sprouts, because I hear celery and things like that are really good. Do you do the celery thing as well?
Yes, sir. All vegetables, anything green, and at least in front of her. I eat real healthy in front of her.
I like the, what was it? Food adultery. Was it food adultery? Do you say?
Oh.
I'm going to write that down. I like that one.
Well, it's good to hear, you're keeping healthy. That's great. We all need to do that, especially during this season where we're at home all day, sitting in one position, doing Zooms all day. So that's awesome. Awesome. Wonderful.
Can I ask? I'm going to be really cheeky. Right? I'm trying to look at the back on the wall there. You got, are they your platinum discs?
Yes, sir.
On the wall.
I am blessed.
Yeah.
One, let me give you a little tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have won 18 Stellar Awards. I have 3 Grammy nominations. I have 15 gold records, which is 500,000 sales, and
wow,
1 million sales. So I've been busy over the last 30 years.
That is awesome. We're enjoying you're busy. You've got some wonderful, fantastic music out there. We'll dig into that a bit later, but thanks for sharing that, and well done and congratulations on your achievements. That's amazing.
It has not always been easy. I was in a very, very poor home down in Central Florida, and we didn't have much. We had a shotgun house. A shotgun house means that you can stand in the front of the house and look all the way through the back of the house. You can shoot a BB gun and kill everybody in the whole family. I was raised in a very poor environment. We were on government assistance, food stamps, and government cheese and government milk, and we had to get handouts, and so it was very, very tough as a child. And I'm 6'6" by the time I'm in the 6th. And so I played basketball as a kid and was also a very good musician. I was a tuba player in the band. And I was able to take a scholarship. I had more than 30 scholarship offers for band and basketball, about 6 total. And I was able to take a basketball scholarship in hopes of going pro so that I could get back and get my family out of this ghetto. And that was my start. I made it all the way to the NBA, but I was injured and cut my first year. And that's when I went back to my first love. I went back to church and in this church service, the Pentecostal minister prayed for me and told me to sit down to the piano. I had never played piano. I had played tuba, and I sat at the piano, and the first thing I played that I ever played the piano was. It's the first thing I ever played. So I'm like, man, this is what I want.
Well, that's pretty good.
Had that sort of gift was in my fingers, had I known that the gold records and platinum records and a beautiful home and all that was inside of me, I would have never tried out for basketball.
Wow. Oh my
God. Can I ask, were there any other sports that you liked aside from basketball?
Well, I liked baseball, but I never could hit the ball. And I liked and I liked football, but my mom thought I would get hurt, so she never let me play. So basketball was it.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Well, you
know. You're I was going to say you'll find that when you do baseball, you do have to hit that ball, you know. Carol.
Yes. I was going to say sometimes when we know all what we think we're going to go for and what we're going to be, it holds us back a little because we feel it's too much to achieve. And so God kind of gives us a little bit at a time. And before you know it, you've got 18 Stellas and 50, all these Grammy nominations. And so I'm so glad.
And at the same time, guys, giving God credit for everything that he has already done. Sometimes, though, your biggest enemy is not your failures, but your past successes.
Yes.
Because you don't want to depart from your comfort zone in order for God to do something new and different in you. So I try to be a Renaissance man in the spirit. I try to keep it moving. That's why I got my pilot's license. I am a certified pilot. I fly to my concerts. I am a Forex trader. I trade stocks and Europe currency pairs. I am a state developer. I work for the NBA part-time as a motivational speaker to the players, pastor a church. We have a reality TV show. I believe that God is in the comma business. People are in the period business because they'll say, oh, that was Ben Tankard. He was a screw up when he was a kid, period. That got pregnant at 15, period. But God says, oh, that was Carol that got pregnant at 15, comma. Well, she's a woman of God now, comma, business owner, wife, grandmother.
Yes.
You keep the commas, but man puts a period behind you, but God puts the comma behind you.
I like that. God puts the comma. That's awesome. Sometimes we can't see beyond that comma.
Exactly.
Ourselves. So yeah, that's awesome. Oh, wow. Amazing. Oh, you've got a pilot's license and you fly to your concerts. I heard that.
I own 2 airplanes, and when I get ready to go do a concert or minister somewhere, I don't have to ask American Airlines for permission to go.
Wow. That's all right. So you said you've got 2 planes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Carol, I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What's the time over there? What's the time over there where you are at the moment? I mean, it's in the evening here in the UK.
It's 2 p.m. In our city, just slightly after lunch.
Okay, so I reckon you've been out in one of your planes this morning. Is that so?
You got me.
So you have.
In fact, we're so blessed that we happen to live in a home that's right next to the local private airport. So I literally can go out my back door, get in the golf cart, drive the golf cart to my. How cool is that?
That is way cool. That is way cool. And you know what else is cool? When you're cleaning your plane in your hangar and your music comes on the radio. How did that feel? Oh my, in your backyard. You're in your airport hangar.
Let me tell y'all something. I've been in music for 30 years, and it is still a thrill when I turn on the radio and hear my music. It is brand new for me, just like I started yesterday. I'm like in that movie, The Five Heartbeats. We on the radio, y'all. We on the radio.
It's an achievement. It's definitely an achievement. And just to sit back and just hear that people are supporting you, that makes all the difference.
And these are, don't get me wrong, these are great.
Yes.
They're great. But what's better is when that single mom sends you a letter and says, I didn't know how I was going to make it. My husband left me for another woman, got 3 children. They're young, they're crying. I'm upset, I'm emotional. But when I put on your CD, it calms my children down, and I can think and meditate and let God give me my next step. That's worth any Grammy in the world.
Yeah, wonderful. I can definitely relate to that, especially Keys to Life and songs, you know, albums like that. They give you strength. They uplift you, they lift your spirits, and they make you want to get up, you know, shake yourself off and try again or do it again, or they give you encouragement. I love that. And, you know, you've got a new album out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Shine. Let's see, Shine. Yes, I like that cover. Talk to us about Shine. Tell us about Shine and just about some of the tracks on there.
Well, I can't tell you about Shine until I tell you about Rise. Rise was the last album, and it was my bestseller. And thank you all for playing it, and everyone that's listening for supporting it. And I decided to call this record Shine because I was remembering my parents who are in heaven now, coming into our little one-room shack bedroom every morning to wake me and my 2 sisters up from school. And I remember them saying, all right, little tankards, it's time for y'all to rise and shine.
Oh, hey.
So I said, what better way to honor my parents than to name this record Shine on their behalf?
That is awesome. Awesome. Now, how many of there were you? How many kids in the household?
There's no brothers. And one sister is 1 year younger than me, and one sister is 1 year older than me. And I call the record Shine because I believe that God has given everyone some sort of pearl, some sort of gift, some sort of talent, and it is you to shine it up because it's not for you, it's for other people.
That's right. That is so right. So right.
Like
so,
you guys today doing this, you are gifted in pulling together artists and pulling the perfect question out, and so that the audience can be ministered to based on you guys have been investigative reporters into our gospel and pulling our lives for you. When I play, that's not for me, that's for you guys. So everyone has a gift that God wants to shine and use it for his glory.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, is it available everywhere digitally? Where can people buy your CD from?
All you have to do is Google Ben Tankard and all my stuff pops up. I can't hide. I've got a big head. I'm 6'6". You know, hard to hide. There's no way in the world I can be on the lam be running from somebody because I just can't hide.
You got just Google Ben Tankard, everyone, and his music outlets will come up. And also, he's a published author. He's written books as well. So books like The Full Tank Life, Fuel Your Dreams, Ignite Your Destiny, and Faith It Till You Make It. Make your future hear your voice. I'm interested in that. Tell us about your books too.
Well, your future only hears your voice. For every parent that's out here, you recognize you could be in a crowded room, but when your baby say, "Mama," hold up, I thought I heard my child. You reckon no matter what's going on, you hear your child. Same thing, your baby, your vision, what God has put inside you only hears your voice. So if you're not speaking faith to your future does not get to hear faith.
Faith it. I love that. Faith it till you make it. Awesome.
Yes.
And you can Google Ben Tankard author or go to Amazon. Just Google. It's all on there. Awesome. Awesome. That's great.
Amazon. There are really only two record companies. I don't care about Warner Brothers, Sony. I don't care what you call yourself. The real deal is there are only two record companies left in the world: iTunes and Amazon.
Right. Yes, right.
And talking about iTunes, that's exactly where I went when I saw your album come out, and I thought, okay, now the title track of that Shine album is Shine, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And the first single, which everybody is playing on the secular side, is Marvin Gaye's remake, Just Like Music. And then the gospel market is really playing heavy, the Kirk Franklin remake, Melodies from Heaven.
Sure. So I'm going to just give a little taster of Shine. However, I've got to say, I knew Ben Tankard before I knew Ben Tankard. Right? I do a show in the UK on a radio station called London Soul Radio, the Soul of London. And it's essentially a soul station, but it has a sister station in the Caribbean as well, in Grenada. And so it facilitates all of the surrounding Caribbean islands as well. So I do a show. And I love smooth jazz, and I play a lot of smooth jazz on the show alongside unsigned gospel artists. And I had you in my smooth jazz category. Right? Oh. And so, so I was playing tracks off your Rise album. One of my favorites was Smooth Sunday. Oh,
I love
lovely track. Lovely track. So I used to play that, and I used to come in with Rise, the track Rise itself, and loads of things, and some other tracks. And then speak to Carol, and things transpired, and we were talking about you, and I said, Ben Tankard. I know Ben Tankard. Really? Does he fall into the gospel category? I didn't even know. And so, when we heard about your new album, I listened to every track, every single track. Some vocal tracks on there as well, which is great. You've got some vocal artists on there. And today, on my radio show, I played... Shoulda... What's that track?
It's a slang for you should have said something then, but you got.
That's right.
You got to say it.
Should have said something.
You got to say it. Ebonic, that you should have said something then. And you got your head like this when you should have said something then.
Oh, you got to do the head.
Like that.
No, I didn't know that was the last piece of chicken. You should have said something then.
Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. And so there's more, you know, what I should say to people is research Ben Tankard. You know, there's loads of elements out there that you really do enjoy whilst purchasing the new album, Shine.
And you know, I like to merge the two genres. I'm kind of known for merging the two genres, the gospel and the jazz together. And sometimes I kind of get in trouble for that because people that are very religious don't think that's a good mix. But the way I see it is jazz is the vehicle, or the good news is the path. And so music and words are containers that carry love, appreciation, gratitude, encouragement. So what I try to do, even if my song does not have a lyric, I try to put something in the title that will lean on the inspirational side, like Smooth Sunday, Heavenly Vibes, Sunday Vibes, Melodic Heaven. I try to give those titles so it will lean more to the inspirational and encouragement side, even if there's no lyrics, because this is a jazz C and this is a gospel C.
That is so true. That is so true. You know, I think the difference is the hearer. The hearer. The hearer. The gospel C will appeal to gospel, to Christians. The jazz C will appeal to non-Christians. And that's who we're trying to reach.
Right.
We're trying to reach them.
And someone somewhere has the same type of suit or dress that you guys are wearing today. Right. But because you have it on, it's a sanctified outfit.
Okay.
But someone has on that's committing a crime. So the clothes themselves is the person that is in charge of the clothes. It's the person that is in charge of the tool that determines the use. You can take a gun and kill somebody, or you can take a gun and go hunting and provide food for a hungry family. Right. And so the person that's in charge of this cord that determines the use of that cord.
That is so true. Awesome. That is so true. And, you know, while we're talking about, you know, the music and the types of music, you are a pastor, and you and Lady Jewel pastor a church. And, you know, just on a side note, Lady Jewel is an astute businesswoman, and she's all things faith and finance. And I'm just so intrigued with both of you. Number one, you know, I'd love to know how you both met, but also we want to hear about your church. Where is it? What's the church name? And how can people tune into your service, or are you in person right now doing in person? Tell us about church.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I wouldn't have a church if I didn't have a co-pastor, and Jewel is the world's best co-pastor. Her is the area of finance because her major was in economics. And so she graduated from college and she immediately went into business for herself. And then she decided to use that skill set to help build the kingdom of God through education, empowerment, because information is everything. If we go all the way back to Adam and Eve, everything that we have, cell phones, cameras, guitars, instruments, digital stuff, everything was here when Adam and Eve was here. It was just a different form.
Right.
And so through the adding of information, those things were able to take a different form. But the raw materials have always been here since Earth was created. So the raw materials for your success as a church member is already in place. We believe that God has given me and Jewel the gift to give you more information so that you can make the transformation into what God has called you to be. Now, it's not going to be a cell phone. It's not going to be a computer. It's going to be a woman or man of God. And so we call our church the Destiny Center because we believe we're gifted in helping people find out what their destiny is and why they were created.
Awesome, the Destiny Center. And okay, where are you located? Where, if people want to show up on a Sunday morning, tune into your service, what is your website, your church website? Where's the church building?
Come on down. We'll leave the light on for you. Come on down. We are in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is about a half an hour's drive away from Nashville, Tennessee. And if you're online, catch us for our online services. We're on every Sunday at 10:30 Central Time and every Wednesday at 7 Central Time. And our website to catch us is destinycentertn.com, or just Google us on Facebook.
Okay, Google the Destiny Center in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Did I get that right, Murfreesboro?
Yeah, or you can just put Destiny Center Ben Tankard on the Facebook search. It'll find us.
Wonderful. Awesome. Awesome. Now, are you doing a hybrid service, or are you in person, or are you virtual?
Yeah, we're both. We're both.
Yeah.
We have 8 people in the building. We've been back since August of last year. But we've got people in the building and we got people online. We call it one church in 2 locations, live and Memorex.
Awesome, awesome. So on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, you can go online and you can experience the Destiny Center, or you can show up at the building. Awesome, wonderful. I know pastors have been, it's been a different season for pastors, just dealing with their community and their members, and whether they're tech savvy or not, they've had to do something. And so we've been lifting up pastors in our prayer during this season, because I know it's not easy.
Yeah, and we chose to take a different spin in response to COVID-19. When the pandemic came out, we started on pandemic favor. Pandemic favor. We believe that when the devils start messing, God gets the blessing.
Ooh, say that again. Say that again.
Now think about it. The COVID-19 was a giant. It is a giant problem. The last time we heard about giant was in the Bible when David had to go against Goliath. Think about it. Goliath was not created to take David out. Goliath was created to make David famous.
Right.
Had it not been a Goliath, we might not have ever heard about this shepherd boy who wrote nice songs to sheep. We might not ever heard his top 10 hits. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not. We might not ever heard about being a king and a great warrior. Now, of course, he had his problems. He had a flesh problem. This is the guy that invented pornography. So he had his challenges. In fact, when David died, the way they checked his heart was they said, hey, go get a couple virgins and put it in the bed with him. If that sucker don't move, he's probably dead. That's how. So it doesn't mean that as humans, we don't have flaws, and we don't have problems. But what it means is, despite our shortcomings, God can still get the praise and do great things through us. And we can shine with the gift that He given us. So even though there's
Amen.
pandemic, a COVID-19, I just declare that you're going to be so blessed. You're going to say, when COVID-20 coming out?
Mm-hmm. All right. The devil starts messing, God gets the blessing. I love it. Love it. And
You know, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. We have to meet in person, my friends. Seriously, we have to meet in person, man. I can imagine, you know, what the church is like. Do you call it a sermon? You call it a sermon?
Oh yeah, and
Is that what you when you preach? Yeah.
We actually have 2 pulpits, and me and my wife stand up to we have 2 podiums, and me and my wife stand up and preach together in tandem every service.
Oh wow!
wonderful.
So do you give them a sample of your music? So I've come to your church for the first time. All right, I've come there for the first time. Right, I know you, Ben Tankard. Yeah, and I'm sitting there, and you're both doing a sermon. That's great, and then you suddenly turn around and say, "Okay, I'm going to play a piece on my piano." What would you play? Give us an example now.
I would play this.
Yeah. Mm. Those are truly keys to life. But that is my daily bread, right? This is my daily bread. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, you got me. You got me, Mr. Tankard. You have got me lock, stock, and barrel.
I love it.
And you haven't even sung yet. You haven't even sung yet.
Did you sing as well?
No, I try to stay away from the singing. I leave that up to the Fred Hammonds and the Yolanda Adams of this world. I just try to keep it instrumental. I just try to keep it instrumental.
Yeah, wonderful. That's your area. Thanks for sharing that. You know,
that was fantastic. OMG. Brilliant,
Awesome.
brilliant.
And you
see,
oh, go ahead, Mom.
I was going to say, in this picture, he looks so quiet and calm, doesn't he? But when you meet him in person, boom! I love that. Oh, I love that.
I had a couple of thoughts while you were playing. My first thought is, you know, your kids at home sitting around the couch, just sitting there listening to you playing. Does that happen a lot? I know you have 5 kids. You have a queen.
Well, we have. Wait, let me tell you, it's so funny how you painted that picture, but it is so far from reality. first, my children are all grown and partially gone, and so this spread out cities is just trying to get all those rascals back to the Tankard Palace at one time, and then when they do come, they bring all their children, and their children. All they want is Papa to be monster and chase them. So it's like, and my wife is like, no.
this about with grandkids? You know, just all the chasing, the jumping, the hugging, the baby talk, and you know, all that good stuff.
I have this little thing. My young grandkids is like, excuse me, you have not paid your tickle bills. In order for you to, you got tickle bills. So they come up to me and they raise their arms and they close their eyes and like, Papa, I'm ready to pay my tickle bills. And then I just go to tickling and it starts all over again.
Oh, that's cute. I'm going to try that with my grandson. You got to pay your tickle bill. Awesome.
It's nice hearing all those stories about the family and the tickle bills, and I'm learning so much from you, Mr. Tankard. Really, really. So my thoughts go on to the reality show, right? Because that's great when you have your time with the kids and everything, but when there's cameras in there, that's a whole different thing. How was that? How was that experience of the reality shows?
Well, we were so honored that Bravo, NBC owned Bravo, they saw us cutting up on YouTube and came to us and said, this may be something that would be good for TV. So would you allow us to follow you with cameras for 3 seasons? And some people were like, I don't know why he would expose his family and their business to the world like that. I don't know why. And they asked my wife, she has this super religious answer of why we did the reality shows. It'll go something like this. Well, the Lord is calling us in these last and evil days to be lights shining in a dark place, and people don't do what you say, people do what you do. So I think we did the show because we wanted to be a blessing to God's people and show people that even people that are wealthy and successful navigate through family issues and problems, and through God's help and prayer, we can come to the bottom of it and we can have a great family. That's our answer.
Woo!
It's a little different. I was like, my answer is this. I was going to be myself anyway. I might as well get it.
Yes, that's for real.
Boom!
That is for real. I love it. I love it. That's real, though. That is awesome. I'm Team Joe. I'm Team Joe right now, but yeah.
I am Team Joe.
That's good. Awesome.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Sorry.
We had 3 seasons.
Oh.
We had 3 seasons with Bravo, which we feel good. The interesting thing is they tape everything. They come at 9 in the morning, 12 people in your house. It looks like a movie set, cameras and lights, porch running everywhere. And they follow you everywhere. They shoot everything. They tape 100 hours for an hour show. So most of what never gets aired. They tape so much. And then they tape everything, but what they ended up airing the most was the conflict areas. Because that's what else, you know. And the other shows on Bravo, you know, they actually be creating conflict. Some of it's not really real conflict, it's acting. But we didn't want that moving forward. We fulfill our 3 seasons with Bravo, and then around, I decided to put my executive hat on, pull out my own checkbook, and do the Tyler Perry thing and own it. So season 4 of it's being shot by the Tankard. And let me tell you something, we're not shooting 100 hours for 1 hour show.
1 hour.
So whatever I shoot, you're gonna see it because I'm on a budget.
We get that. We get that. But that is awesome. That is
funny.
Let me tell you something. And some of these casting calls, it's not gonna be Hollywood people running around with cameras. He'd be saying, "All right, stand still."
Yeah. I got this. Wait. I got this.
That works. When's the new season coming
Oh,
out?
funny.
Is it gonna be called Thicker Than Water?
Yes, we're still calling it Water the Tankards. Because all 3 seasons of the Bravo shows have been placed on Amazon, because all 22 of my records recorded over the last 30 years are available on Amazon, because my books are on Amazon, we felt it made sense to just do a deal with Amazon TV and just shoot it ourselves and release it on Amazon TV as well as and Tubi other sources. But Amazon is the main spot where you can get everything Tankard.
Awesome. I love Amazon.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
That is awesome.
Great.
Part of the show was some things that Bravo was not interested in showing, like men's Bible study and me talking with men about pornography and adultery and drugs. Jewel talking to the women about being lonely. Those areas that Bravo did not necessarily want to show. We get to show what we want, because the golden rule is he who puts up the goal gets to make the rules.
There you go. Boom. Yes. Of course. That's awesome. That's good. We're excited. I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait. I watched Thicker Than Water. And it was interesting. Go ahead, Mom.
Carol, no.
I was going to say it was really, really interesting. I love to see what your kids were doing. Your daughter and her health. She went through some health things, and just Benji and Brittany and Marcus, and just I just love to see what the young people are doing, and so it was great. It was great, and I said earlier. You've got a Queen Brooklyn. They call me the Queen too because I'm from London. So yeah, Queen Brooklyn.
This time around, it'd be a little different in that the family back when we were shooting for Bravo, everybody lived in the house.
Right.
But everybody is kind of growing up and doing their thing. Cyrene is in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Mark family, they're moving to Houston, Texas. Benji experienced a divorce, so his ex-wife and her kids, they've already moved to Connecticut, so he's navigating single fatherhood. So it's a different set of stories this time around. And so the theme of this season is keeping the family together, though we're not together. And so we're in this season of Zoom calls and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that as part of the show, where we have a call just to see where everybody is and what everybody's doing. And then we'll have those live moments where we get together. But it's a different sort of, but it'll be able to show the real deal, what's happening with the Tankards, not just the drama that the other networks would want to show.
Good. Well, it's certainly interesting. We certainly want to know. And so we look forward to that new season. Really do.
About it before the season starts, because we plan on launching our first episode July 4th.
Okay. All right. July 4th.
Yeah. So let's get together and do a show centered around the premiere, and maybe have some fun, have Jewel on, and that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We would love that very much. But I was thinking that because you run it all now, because it's on your budget, you could do a piece where they say, "Oh, Dad, what have you been up to?" You could say, "I've been interviewed by Carol Crawford and Miles Crawford from CNN Media," and then you could play in some of this footage. It's reality. It's real.
Let me tell you something. You would be a hit with accent, because for some reason we in America, when we feel like we hear a British accent, we actually feel like there's more truth to it when you say it.
See, so there it is.
Yeah.
You could get me to say strategic things, little messages that you might want to send out that you know that they might believe.
And then I'll pray for you. That's awesome. We're looking forward to that season. We are.
Oh,
Again,
looking forward to it. Really,
yeah,
sincerely. Yeah.
definitely. And to those people that are tuning in from the UK, USA, Europe, and wherever you're tuning in from, don't forget to jump onto Google, put in Ben Tankard, and find his Shine album and anything else you can see. Let's support. Let's show our support to Ben Tankard. He's an amazing jazz musician, author, dad, pastor. So let's get behind him and show our support. Go onto Google now and find his latest album called Shine. It's also on Amazon.
Do you know, Ben, you know, we've talked a lot now. I feel that we're busy mates already, me and you. I feel that
Busy? Wait.
we've made it. Best mates.
Best mates.
Yeah, the best of friends. I feel we've made a lot of ground in such a short space of time. But I know there's a lot more behind the person. So I've designed a little piece that I call Quickfire Questions. Okay. I'll just ask you a few questions, and you can answer accordingly.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Designed just to get to know you, Ben Tankard.
Bit more, a bit better.
A bit better. Okay. So you'll get the idea. You'll get the idea. Right. Where did I put them? All right. So. Ben Tankard, lovely to meet you. It's a pleasure. Simple question. Mac or PC?
Mac times 1,000.
Oh.
Boom. Boom. Me too. Loving you. Great start. You're in the lead. Right? So, comedy film or action film?
Action, baby, action.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
With
Yeah.
comedy,
yeah. Action with comedy in it. No, I like that. That's a first for that. That's good, isn't it?
you have to understand, I'm married. So I'm used to these loaded questions. When my wife comes in and says, honey, do you like the hair pulled down on this side? Over this? And I had to say something like, well, I like it pulled down this side on Mondays, but on Tuesday, I like it over the eye on Tuesday.
Very good. Very good. I love that.
We got a sharp one here.
Okay, no, I got one. I got one. This is a coupley one. This is coupley one with Jewel in mind.
Okay.
So, a walk in the countryside or a walk along the beach?
Absolutely the walk along the beach. Because the
I knew it.
countryside is going to cause her to sweat out her weave, and that's going to be bad.
That is so considerate.
At least
He's honest.
she's probably gonna sweat it out on the beach too, but at least you can jump in the water and play it off.
Right, there you go.
Oh, funny. If she's not listening, is she listening to this at the moment?
No.
She's not listening to this.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, this will tell me a lot about you. Okay. DIY or call a professional?
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to lean toward my lazy side of call a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not technical unless it has some keys on it
Mm-hmm.
or an airplane propeller.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to put it together backwards.
Okay.
I'm that granddad that will assemble the toys for the kids at Christmas and hide the missing parts.
Uh-oh. Professional.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for playing the game with us. It's so good to know a little bit more about you, just outside of music and just who you are. I was thinking, I know you told us growing up what impacted, you growing up, your family situation, but who was your greatest influence and why? Or they could still be, who was your greatest influence and why?
I'd have to say my mother. She was such a strong queen, a woman of God. And even though my dad was a great guy, he just have a dad that taught him how to really be a present father. So my dad he was a migrant farmer, and he was all the time chasing the crops, to take care of us. But when he was home, he didn't spend a whole lot of time with us. He was out in the workshop, in the garage, kind of doing things. So my mom was the one that pulled the pieces together. She was the one that went to all of the games and got me to my band rehearsals and supported me. She always told me this. She said, Ben, we're in the ghetto, but we are not of the ghetto.
Right.
Has great things for you, and I might not see it my generation, but coming through you, and you're going to do great things one day, son. And I held on to that, and she's been, it was a true prophecy.
Wow, wonderful. Our mothers are powerful women. Awesome. So for those that may have just jumped on the live feed or just tuned in to the CNN Media interview with Ben Tankard, we want to welcome you today. And we're talking about Ben Tankard and his album Shine. And Ben, can you tell us again about your album, the album Shine? Just give us some thoughts behind you writing it and some of the tracks on your album, just for those that are tuning in now.
The record is called Shine. It's available on Amazon, iTunes, or you can Google it. Some of the songs include Just Like Music, which is a mark we made. How Deep Is Your Love? You Remember the Bee Gees. I redid that song. Should Have Said Something Then. Yeshua, Soul Food Sunday. There we go with a good soul food song. I got a song called That Was Easy. The title is called Shine. Of course, we did Melodies from Heaven from Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin's story is really funny. You all know Kirk Franklin as the best-selling gospel artist, musician, writer, producer of all time. You know, so I discovered Yolanda Adams back in 1990. I started my record company here in Nashville after I left the NBA, and I got of a lady, third school teacher at the time. And I listened to it and I said, oh my God, this is the next Whitney Houston. This is like a Whitney gospel. And it was Yolanda Adams. And so I signed her to my record label, and we produced 40 of her top hits, you know, back in the 90s. Through the Storm, The Prayer Way, Let Us Worship Him, How to List the Lords. That's all the work that me and Yolanda did. We did some great things together. Anyway, long story short, I'm at a music convention, and there's this young man that approaches me, and he is super hyper. He's real short, and he's super hyper. It was almost like own something. Almost like he had drunk 2 or 3 bottles of 5-hour energy drink. It was Franklin, and he came up to me and he was like, Ben Tankard, man, I need to see you, man. I need to see you, man. I need to talk to you, man. I got something for you to hear, man. And so he had a cassette, a boom box, and he went off to the corner. And now this is a national convention, so there's thousands of people here. People are trying to get my autograph. They're trying to talk to me. They're trying to talk to Yolanda. But here's this kid called Kirk Franklin that nobody knew, that's in the corner, you know, like, come on, I need to talk to you. So he pulled me off to the corner. He says, man, I got something for you to hear. So he put this cassette in the boombox, and he hit the play button, and what came out was this. It was Kirk's voice saying, someone asked a question, and then the choir song, someone asked the question, why do we sing? Why do we sing? When we lift our hands to glory, you know? And I said, Kirk, man, this is awesome. But do you have the version of just the choir singing? Because obviously this is just a rehearsal tape of showing the choir the song. He goes, no, man, this is it. This is what I really want to promote. Nobody's doing this. I want to put it out just like this. I say it, then the choir say it. I say it, then the choir say it. I say it, then the choir say it. And my response was this: man, get out of town. Nobody will ever man, get out of town. Get out of town. Nobody. So I have to take pride in being one of Kirk Franklin's early rejections, which made him tough enough to do that.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for those rejections, he would never be where he is now.
Wow. Oh my word.
And I saw him at the Stellar Awards, and so I'm at one stall using the bathroom, and he's in the other stall, and he looks over and goes, wish you would have.
You know, that must, if you can imagine, that must have driven him. He had Ben Tankard in his head. It's not going to work. Get on the road. Drive.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Well,
funny.
Ben, we would love to hear something more on the piano, but we want to give you just the last few minutes to talk to those that are tuning in. Whatever you want to say to them, share with them. We want to give that over to you. But we'd love to hear something else on the piano. And then after that, we're going to just say bye to everyone.
Okay, well, I'll chat just for a couple seconds, and I'm going to end with a little song that was one of my favorites. It was my wedding song. It's called The Song of Solomon.
Okay.
So what I'd like to tell our audience is this: so many times people will approach me and say, what is the key to success? What is the key to success? What is the secret, Brother Miles? What is the secret to success? And my response is always this: there are no secrets to success, because success leaves tracks. But you have to get up off of the lounge chair of life and walk in the footprints in the sand on the beach of life and follow those footprints that have been left. So it's not a secret, but you really have to follow those steps. And one of the things I tell people that you can do today, because everyone that's watching has a different career, has a different path, has a different skill set. So I can't sit here and give you the ABCs of success, because they would not cross the borders of your particular occupation. But the thing that I find in my study of successful people is that they accomplish more before 8 in the morning than most people accomplish all day. And so I put something in my book, The Full Tank Life, called Self-Aligned by 7:59. It's like a front end alignment for your life.
Okay.
And these are the steps. Beginning tomorrow, do not begin the day with your cell phone. Do not begin the day with your cell phone. When you do, you begin the day at someone else's pace. You begin the day looking at social media or reading texts and emails. You really have not really allowed God to download energy, focus, resource, and anointing into what you're called to. So when you get up in the morning, don't begin your day with the cell phone. Begin your day with prayer and praise. It's easy to remember these steps because they start with the same letter. Step 1, prayer and praise when you get up. And then step number 2, exercise and then eat. Exercise, then eat. Step number 3, read and reflect. Read something and reflect. The Bible, the Word, somewhere that does not have distraction. And then the last step is to dream and direct. Dream beyond your means and then write it out like you're writing out a script for your movie, because you're the director of the movie of your life. So in review, prayer and praise, exercise, eat, read and reflect, dream and direct. And you'll do all of those before 7:59 in the morning. If you do all of that, that's your homework, class. If you do all of that, no matter what occupation that you're in, if you do all of that before 7:59 in the morning, then you will find yourself successful, and things won't be happening to you. Things will be happening for you.
For you.
Amen. That's awesome.
You will no longer have to chase what you can attract. You no longer have to chase what you can attract. It's almost like going into the nightclub and you don't have to ask for a dance. You just stand on the wall. You so fine, somebody. Speaking of romance, Song of Solomon.
Thank you. We
You
have
can't see it.
You guys so
You
much
can't.
y'all-
You can't see it. You can't see it, but you got a standing ovation for
Yeah.
that one.
7:59 a.m. Did you get those points down? 7:59 a.m. You got to do those before 7:59. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paster Ben Tankard, it's been so nice, so wonderful sitting here talking with you today. We've had a fantastic time.
It's all my pleasure, and let's do this again very
You know,
soon. Especially
That would
absolutely,
be wonderful. That would
absolutely.
be wonderful.
Before we go, Carol, I just want to say on your album, the opening track was one of the favourites for me, alongside Shine. And you want to say something, right? But what was it? Just Like Music. Was it
Yes,
Just
sir.
Like Music? Great track. Great track. Perfect to opening for me. And that's what I opened my shows with this week. Was that track?
Wonderful.
great.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I think everybody has a favorite
Yeah.
Marvin. Everybody has a favorite Marvin Gaye song. Everybody has a favorite Michael Jackson song. Everybody has a favorite Aretha Franklin song or Whitney Houston song. So I'm gonna make it through all of those great artists, many of them that have gone on. I'm gonna kind of make it through in these next 10, 15 years and try to do one on each record that
Yes.
just kind of honors that artist that I like. That's my favorite Marvin Gaye song. I also like Sexual Healing, but I couldn't put that on a gospel record.
No. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful the tracks you choose. But no, I'm absolutely a BT fan, and I look forward to BT Interview 2 with you.
Yes, sir. And you know, are you able to pick up Facebook Live in the UK?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're watching now. They're watching now.
Well, you know, I come on every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central here. So that might be midnight, you guys. But I come on every Sunday for 1 hour, right from my studio here this Sunday.
That's okay. There's a lot of people watching at midnight, so we'll make sure we share it out. We remind people, we prompt them to join, jump on the live feed. It would be great to see you live. It really would. Wonderful. Well, this has been a fantastic time. I know you all agree. Hit those hearts. Leave your messages for Ben Tankard, and we will see you again soon. Thank you so much. Take good care now.
It's my pleasure. Love you guys.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Bye for now.
God bless. Thank you.
C&M, linking us together. C&M, for your international media.